everybody. Thanks so much for joining us right here for Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. I'm ready for the questions, but before we start, I want to tell you about one of our sponsors, ReadyWise. As a busy mom, I know the importance of being prepared. Let's face it, life can be unpredictable. Whether it's sudden storms, power outages, or other unpredictable events in life, being prepared with ReadyWise emergency food gives you peace of mind knowing you'll have delicious, nutritious meals on hand. They're also great on camping trips and hiking adventures. ReadyWise has a huge selection of freeze-dried meals from breakfast to pasta dishes. You can rest assured that your food will be good to eat when you need it with their 25-year shelf life. ReadyWise is an American company providing high-quality, delicious food packed at their state-of-the-art plant right here in the USA. That means you're supporting American jobs when you choose ReadyWise. Always be prepared. Visit ReadyWise.com and use promo code TRUMP20 at checkout for 20% off regular priced items. That's ReadyWise.com, promo code TRUMP20. Question number 1. Love all the photos and videos of Eric, Luke, Carolina, and your family. Will you keep doing The Right View along with your RNC duties? Sure hope so. Thank you. I'm glad you hope so because, yeah. I committed to doing this show and I really love doing it. It's a great opportunity alongside the RNC really to communicate with the American people because let's face it, a lot of these news outlets, and I put that in air quotes because none of them actually report the news. They report, of course, their viewpoint on things. They're never going to give you the full picture on things, but you can come right here to me on Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning, on any Right View episode, and I'm giving you all the facts and information that I have as I know them, unfiltered and without any of the nonsense that you get out there from the mainstream folks. So yes, please come check us out. I'll be here, and let's face it, it's about to get really crazy and probably really interesting over the next 6 months. I mean, this election is historic. We've never had two people running for president who have both been president before in any of our lifetimes. I think, is it Grover Cleveland was the last one? No one alive today, has ever experienced this. So it's a really interesting ability for us to be able to actually compare two presidents, their presidencies, and you don't have to wonder, well, how would this person be as president? We know how Donald Trump would be as president because he was president for 4 years. And people do remember. I really think they remember, but we have to continue to remind people about how different life was, how much easier your life was, how people had more money in their pockets. Donald Trump gave us the biggest tax cuts in American history. You had manufacturing coming back to America. You had trade agreements with China, Mexico, Canada. This was amazing stuff that was happening. And the ball was just starting to get rolling. And then, of course, COVID hit. We all know the rest of the story. And you had that very unique, shall we say, election in 2020. And I want to be really clear, by the way, if we're talking about 2020, we're talking about elections. I want to say this just flat out for anyone who's paying attention, because I know there are some news outlets out there that like to tune into this show. I can fully believe, and I do fully believe, that there was some nefarious activity that occurred in 2020. I do not fully believe that 81 million people were so enthusiastic and jazzed up about a guy campaigning out of his basement that he got the most votes in American history. 81 million people. Don't believe it. Don't buy it. I can also believe that our focus right now should not be on relitigating 2020, going back through all of it all and dragging it back up. No, our focus is on winning in 2024. I know some people like to, well, Lara Trump said this, but no, I can believe both. And I do believe both. I do believe we learned a lot of hard lessons in 2020. I do believe we were caught off guard. We had no idea that you could cheat in the ways that actually happened in 2020. So now we're looking out for all of them and we're focused on 2024. You can't go back in life. You got to go forward. That's what we're doing. But to answer the question one more time, yes, I'll be here every week at The Right View, at Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning, taking your questions, giving you the information I have. So make sure to come back every week. Thank you. Next question. How can I bank my vote? All right. Well, by bank your vote, I am assuming you're talking about the program that the RNC started, I don't know, probably over a year ago at this point. So here's what I just want to say about voting in general, and we'll get to bank your vote. When you go vote, we want you to do it as soon as you possibly can and in whatever way you can. There has been, possibly for too long, I'll say, a notion, at least on the Republican side of the aisle, that the best way to vote is go vote on election day. You want to go on that day, no other day counts, only election day. Obviously, we're going to have to change that thought process because it's not working for us. You have elections that start taking place months before the actual election day. Early voting starts in some states in September. So that is a long time up until November 5th. At least this year, it's November 5th. It's a long time. That's a lot of ability for a lot of people to get out there and vote. And let's face it, we never know what ultimately happens day to day. You could have a great plan to go vote on election day, and then there's horrific weather, or you get sick, or you have a family emergency, or I don't know, life happens. So our message is go vote as early as you can. And then from that day all the way up to November 5th, election day, you take that time and you get people to go vote. You drive them to the polling locations if you have to. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, go get people you know are going to go in there and they're going to vote. You take them and you make sure that they do just that. Because if we wait and everybody goes on election day, then think about the opportunity the Democrats have had to get all of these votes stacked up and banked, so to speak, for Joe Biden. And then we're trying to play catch up on election day. Absolutely not. We know Republicans will come out in droves on election day. We need to, leading up to that day, swamp them so that it doesn't matter how many 3 a.m. dumps they have. It doesn't matter how many suitcases full of ballots they have. Donald Trump will be successful legally and in every way he possibly can on election day this year. That's how we're going to have to play the game. So we want you to do that. And that's the messaging out there. Now, legal ballot harvesting, maybe that's what you're referencing. I'm not totally sure. That's something that's available to us in very specific states and specific areas of the country. And we do want people on part of our election integrity team. We're going to have a legal ballot harvesting operation, protectthevote.com, donaldjtrump.com, or GOP.com. You can find out more information. You can find out how to be a part of our team, volunteer. We want you. Please come join us so you can find out more information there. But yeah, until we get Donald Trump reelected, until we expand our lead in the House and take back the Senate and have the ability to actually make one day of elections, paper ballots, and voter ID everywhere, we're going to have to play this game a little differently. That means vote early, vote however you can, and then encourage everybody else to do the same. Okay, next question. Oh, this is a nice one. Is Lara Trump as stupid as she appears to be? What is it that's stupid? Let me ask you that, sir or ma'am. I say this all the time. I'm just giving you information and the facts. What is stupid is voting for a party that hates you and hates this country. What's stupid is voting for a party that ultimately wants the destruction of America. And I assume you are one of those people. Nothing stupid over here. I've actually done my research. I actually have the real information. I am actually not influenced by emotion, but cold, hard facts. You may want to get on that bandwagon because I'll tell you what, it's all sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows now. But if something happens, you're going to look back and you're going to say, man, I bet Lara Trump was right. I should have listened to her. If Joe Biden is somehow reelected as president of the United States, I don't believe we have the same country on the other side. Guess who's going to pay the price for it? You, sir or ma'am, and the rest of the country and the rest of the world. We want success in America. We want merit-based success in America. We want to be the superpower of the world forever. We are not going to get that with Joe Biden and the Democrats. That is why I'm encouraging you to take a second look at things. Stop voting based on emotion. Start voting based on facts. Nothing stupid over here. You may want to take a look in the mirror, though. Sad to say. All right, nobody move. We're going to be right back after this commercial. All right, I hate to interrupt the show, but I wanted to share a new company with you called Googie Pet. Googie Pet is a total game changer for dogs. Pet owners care deeply about our pets because they're our family. I've introduced my dogs to Googie Pet all natural vitamin chews, and the transformation has been incredible. Big brands often put profits before our pets' health, but Googie Pet is different. It started with 3 dog-loving brothers on a mission. Partnering with a PhD animal nutritionist, they created Googie Pet. It focuses on bringing dog vitamin chews that are made in the USA, and every ingredient has a purpose: improving the health and happiness of our dogs. The Googie Pet 10-in-1 multivitamin chews can not only improve your pet's joint flexibility and energy levels, but can also make their coats softer and shinier than ever. I like to keep my dogs moving and very active, so it's good to know I'm able to keep them even more active by adding this supplement to their daily routine. Googie Pet also offers different products like their hemp calming chews that can naturally ease anxiety, making dogs calmer, happier, and healthier. I'm so passionate about creating positive changes in dogs that I want to offer a special 20% discount code just for you. Just visit googiepet.com/Lara Trump. That's GOOGIPET.com/Lara Trump. And it'll redirect you to buy these products straight from Amazon. You can also use code Lara Trump, LARATRUMP, at checkout for 20% off. You might have heard that Mike Lindell and MyPillow no longer have the support of their box stores or shopping channels the way they used to. They've been part of cancel culture, so they want to pass the savings directly on to you by having a $25 extravaganza. When Mike started MyPillow, it was just a one-product company. With the help of his dedicated employees, they now have hundreds of products, some you may not even know about. To get the word out, I want to invite my listeners to check out their $25 extravaganza. 2-pack multi-use MyPillows, just $25. MyPillow sandals, $25. Their 6-pack towel sets, $25. Brand new 4-pack dish towels, you guessed it, $25. For the first time ever, the premium MyPillows with all new Giza fabric, just $25. Orders over $75 will receive free shipping as well. This amazing offer won't last long. Go to mypillow.com and use promo code TRUMP or call 800-624-3945 today. All right, let's get back to those questions. Let's see what we got. Next question, how can we change the indoctrination of the left on our kids inside the universities across the world? Man, it's really a problem. I say this all the time. Thank goodness I don't have kids that are even near an age where they're thinking about going to college, because it's very different. I remember back when I was in college, I mean, there was certainly a left slant to things, and they were starting to do it then. Now it is full-blown indoctrination. We've interviewed somebody on this show before who was so deeply indoctrinated by the leftist ideology that her parents had to consult with a cult deprogrammer to even start having a conversation again with their daughter. That's how dangerous it is. So how do we change it? I mean, first and foremost, don't send your kids to these schools. You should really research where you're going to be sending your children if you have college-aged kids. The good news is Donald Trump has talked about his plan coming up when he is reelected as president, and he wants to open the American Academy, I think he's calling it. And this is an institution that will have, you know, the same degrees as you would get in any ordinary university setting. And businesses will have to, look at it as the same sort of diploma on the other side of things. And you don't get indoctrinated there, and you actually learn facts. But stop, if you donate money to an alma mater and they don't represent your views, stop donating. Stop supporting them in any way, because money talks in America. And these institutions can only continue this nonsense and really this destruction of our younger generations if we allow them to do it, if we continue funding them. So don't send your kids there. Don't give them any endowments or grants or any sort of money of that nature, and encourage people you know who might be donors to do the same thing. Some of the big donors have started leaving a lot of these places because they're like, this stuff is sick. You're not even teaching our kids how to be successful out there in the real world. You're teaching them how to hate this country. That is good for no one. So I would say we got to start there, but I really do feel like the pendulum is really swinging back. I mean, don't you feel the same way? We have gotten so extreme in some of this nonsense. The idea that you have, college campuses where they're just flat out outright anti-Semitic right now. Nobody says anything about it. Nobody does anything about it. Where if you have any sort of thought that isn't in full lockstep with what the extreme radical left wants you to believe, you're run off campus. You can't even talk freely. You lose your First Amendment freedom of speech, apparently, on college campuses now. It's sick. It's un-American. And to have only one viewpoint and not be willing to talk to anyone else about how they see the world is so dangerous and so detrimental to the future of America. So we got to start by stopping any sort of funding for these outlets, for sure. Okay. Final question. Would you be willing to attend a social meet and greet with the Log Cabin Republicans of Broward County? Why didn't you ask me sooner? I would be honored. Absolutely. You let me know when. You let me know where we're meeting, and I will be there. For people who don't know about the Log Cabin Republicans, this is incredible stuff. I love it. Look them up. They are expanding the tent, as we say, in the political world. And this is a message I want to send out there loud and clear to everybody in this country. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you look like. I don't care who you love. You are welcome to come vote on our side of the aisle, because a vote for Donald Trump and a vote for Republicans is a vote for a better future for America, period, for everyone. So I love it. Log Cabin Republicans of Broward County. Let me know when we're meeting up. I would love to be there. I know there's a big event coming up this weekend at Mar-a-Lago, I believe, where our former First Lady, Melania Trump, will be speaking for the Log Cabin Republicans. I'm sure she's very honored by that. And you know that because she hasn't made a whole lot of appearances lately at any major events. The fact that this is the first one, I think, says it all. So I hope y'all received the message loud and clear. All right, that's going to do it for us for this episode of Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. Make sure you send us more questions under this episode at any of our social media. And we will see you back here next time for more of Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. Nothing is worse than being on a phone call that drops. Nothing is worse than trying to text someone and you can't reach them because your phone is out of service range. And nothing is worse than supporting these major corporations and companies who don't support us. That is why I love Patriot Mobile. They are America's only Christian conservative wireless network. They use every cell tower out there available to all networks so that they have the greatest 4G and 5G coverage nationwide, and they support the causes that are important to us as conservatives. If you go today to patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump and use the promo code Trump, you will get free activation today. Again, that is patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump. The promo code is Trump for free activation so that you can get a great cell plan and feel good about doing it.